What's the word, NBA basketball fans? We are back for another night of playoff basketball recaps. Only two games tonight. Earlier tonight, the Boston Celtics fell to the Miami Heat in Boston. Miami put up 23 threes and knocked them boys off in Boston. And now OKC, the number one seed in the Western Conference, is looking like they're just going to kill New Orleans. They're up by 16 right now. It's 92-76 in the fourth quarter. So we just gonna kick it. I'm gonna have a couple of drinks. Tomorrow we got the Bears draft. I'm calling it the Bears draft because you know I don't care about nobody else in the draft but the Bears tomorrow. Who y'all think the Bears gonna take with the number one overall pick? We already know it's gonna be Caleb Williams, but what should they do at number 9? Should they trade down? Should they get a receiver? Should they go with, if Dallas Hunter is available, should they grab him? Looking at Zion Williamson on the bench, looking like Mr. T. As New Orleans down 76-92. And OKC's pretty much been doing everything they want to do as they just get an offensive rebound right there. What's the word, my guy? It's time to go. As they looks like Chet Holmgren is just manhandling the post in this game today. He's taking care of business for sure, for sure. Um, New Orleans is not getting much from CJ McCollum as usual. 13 points, 5 for 12 from the field. Season on the line pretty much, and he's a no-show. Brandon Ingram's doing okay, 16 points on 4 for 8 from the field. But eight for 8 from the free throw line. Valanciunas is trying to do his thing, but they're just not doing enough. Only 7 for 19 from 3. But on the other hand, OKC looking very much like the number one seed in the Western Conference, and they're being led by SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren with 26 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. SGA with 28 points, 2 rebounds, 97-76. They lead, and they're just being everybody's contributing. Josh Giddey not doing much, just 6 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, but Lou Dort with 12 points. Jalen Williams with 17 points. And then off the bench, you got Isaiah Joe with 8 points. These guys are running New Orleans out the gym right now. 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game, 99-76, as New Orleans opens up a huge lead, 23-point lead in the fourth quarter. So what's the word, man? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Jay Grizz, I see you. I see you. Everybody getting ready for the Bears draft, baby. Yes, sir. Jacob Capone, the Don says, what up, Cuba Goofin the fourth? He want the Bears to go ahead and get Odunze. A lot of people, Jay Capone, are saying that the Bears should move up and take Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'm like, they wouldn't have to do that if they would have just kept my boy Justin Fields. That's just silly to me. Lloyd Dingle, what's the word? You've been kicking it with us all week. Is Zion kind of a bust? I wouldn't say he's a bust because he made it to his second contract. He did get the max contract. He actually played this season. He only missed, I think, 14 games. That's crazy for him in this regular season. He hasn't played in the playoffs yet. And when he does play, he puts up numbers. He averages above 20, 25 points. He shoots well above. He shoots it well above 50% from the field. And he's a force out there. It's just unfortunate that he just keeps getting injured. Now, the good thing about Zion is that his injuries are all different. It's always a different type of injury. So that's a plus, is that at least he's not re-injuring the same knee or the same leg or the same hamstring or whatever. This one right here, I don't even know what it is. That it just seems like he just got a bad luck on him. He shouldn't have ate that spaghetti from Mariah Mills' house. That's what it is. You know how it is. He should have chilled out. But I don't think he's a bust, though, Lloyd Dingle, to answer your question. I think Zion has a lot left in the tank. He can probably squeeze out maybe 3 or 4 solid seasons if he can stay healthy. He could be up there with, like, you remember what up, Steve-O? Remember what's the name who's retiring right now? Blake Griffin, who was a high flyer that relied on athleticism and post game to pretty much go. And then I remember he got traded to Detroit and he was carrying them with one leg to the playoffs. I think Zion can have a kind of a Blake Griffin type career He needs a better. He actually needs a point guard. I don't think he's played with a point guard yet, except was it Drew Holiday before he got traded? Steve O.
It was oh, it
Oh
was oh.
yeah, it was Zoe. So there you have it. Hey, if it comes down to the two, I say MHJ. But since Odunze already practicing with the crew is basically set in stone, ain't nothing set in stone when it come to Ryan Poles, my dudes. You know this already.
Ain't nothing sense done when it comes to the draft
Yeah,
because
yeah.
anything happen.
Yeah, all of that. It's just, but specifically with the Bears and Ryan Poles, that dude, he. You remember that trend? Never let him know your next move. That dude is the epitome of that. Um, well, his body is overcompensating for other injuries. That's why it's different injuries. I could give you that, Lloyd Dingle. I could definitely give you that. This last injury was just odd though, because I didn't really see anything happen. To be honest,
All right, I ain't seen no give, no buckle.
like
I ain't seen
nothing. Nothing. Like it didn't. It doesn't make sense to me that he got hurt this last time. It's almost like they made that phone call and was like, "Hey, y'all better not beat the Lakers." Adam Silver picked up the bat phone as CJ trying to be aggressive now, passes it to Alvarado. Alvarado fakes the pass, misses the three. Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Josh Giddey bringing the ball up. And for all intents and purposes, Steve-O, OKC got this game wrapped up.
not for real. Like
Josh Giddey
it
for
just
three, misses.
they ain't got it tonight.
I mean, they could try to make a quick 10-0 run. And BI attacks the basket, gets the left hand layup. I know that wasn't even BI. There's some other dude that looked like BI body type. Giddey passes it out to Chet. Chet to the top. Ooh, behind the back. Back. Ooh, cut from Josh Giddey in a nasty, crazy pass to give the OKC a 101-78 lead. Man, what you think about this Thunder team, bro? It's crazy to think that like they're not even at their apex, bro. Like they have none of them are in their prime. Nobody on this team is in their prime. Ugh, bananas, bananas. How good can this team be? Um, Let us know in the chat what y'all thinking about the trajectory of this Oklahoma City. Like they're the number one seed in a very difficult Western Conference, and none of these players have reached their peak yet. None of them have reached their prime. Jacob Don said, "I'm just saying, everyone was piecing together Keenan Allen being a CW Pro Day, being at Caleb Williams Pro Day, and us taking Caleb, and it looks like we taking Caleb. So yeah." JDH in the building. What's the word? James Daniel Harris. My man says he is not stunned by the Miami win. Told y'all. Yeah, man. Like, at the end of the day, it's just foolish to underestimate Eric Spoelstra. That dude can literally go get people from a Walmart parking lot and coach them up to get a win. And that's my fault. Like I anticipated that Boston would at least win their home games, but I didn't realize how bad they've been at home in the playoffs. Like I knew this because we've been watching them the last 3 years, but they're like 4-7 at home in their last 11 home games in the playoffs,
Yeah,
Steve-O.
I don't know what it is. Like usually you want to get it right when you at home, especially in the playoffs. But yeah, they don't do well. And we're gonna get into it, but they shot the ball like shit.
Yeah, they did, man. And honestly, Miami shot the ball lights out. Like
Hmm.
lights out. 23 threes. I don't think they've made 23s in a game all season unless they was playing the Bulls because everybody killed the Bulls. But that's crazy. My boy Jacob Pone. Make sure y'all follow him. Ooh, Luke Dort. These dudes is just killing them. 25-point
Yeah,
lead. Oh, that was Jalen Williams. 25-point lead for Oklahoma City. Gabriel Murphy out of UCLA. Steve, what you know about this gentleman, this young cat?
I don't know much about them.
Yeah, I don't either. Tell it. Who is he, Jacob Pone? What position he play? Gabriel Murphy out of UCLA. Man, we are getting lathered up for NFL draft tomorrow night. Make sure y'all follow Chicago Bears Central. I don't even know why this is up. That's crazy. Got the wrong thing up. I didn't even realize that. put that get the right dig. There you go. But here defensive end. The Bears are looking. I mean, I thought everybody was talking about that other dude, the Hawaiian dude.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't think him would be somebody we looking at. It's only one person we looking at that's at UCLA, and that's not him.
Yeah, it's Latu, right? Or however you say
Yeah,
his
it's
name.
Lato. Yeah.
So yeah, I doubt the Bears are looking at a defensive end for like later rounds in the draft. If they're going to get a defensive end, it's going to be one of those first two picks, unless they trade and pick up a second or third rounder.
Hey, did you see CGO talking about? Well, we're drafting Caleb tomorrow. Nobody cares about this.
The stadium, yeah, I
I'm
saw
like,
that. I was like, dude, you silly as hell if you think nobody was watching. I was excited to see the stadium
I
reveal,
was too.
and a lot of people were like to say nobody gives a damn about this stadium. It's the draft tomorrow. I think that's kind of pompous. You know, it doesn't even make sense to try to shit on the revelation of the Bears, one, staying in Chicago, and two, revealing a state of the art plan and showing people what it's going to look like. Like now we have something tangible to see and look at and talk about and discuss. I thought it was great. You might not
Hmm.
like that particular gentleman might not care himself, but to say that nobody in Chicago cares about it is silly. It was definitely huge news. It's being shared all over social media. Even people who aren't from Chicago have created shorts and videos about it. It's a $4 billion project. And the discussion about Arlington Heights dropping the bag is good too. So it was a newsworthy day for the Bears, and to do it right before the draft was smart on the Bears' part because they put everybody's eyes on them today and tomorrow. What up, V Dog? JDH, we're gonna discuss the Celtics game 6 minutes ago in this OKC game.
Whatever.
113-82. The Pelicans are getting their asses whooped. Celtics have had some postseason issues, yep, and postseason coaching. And if it's anything that those of us on this panel discussed prior to the postseason starting, was that the Celtics were going to have games where they didn't shoot well because they rely so much on the jump shot. I just didn't anticipate it happening in game two of the first round. I thought they was going to ride that wave. We're going to talk about it in depth at the end of this game here. No, New Orleans is getting killed. Jay Grizz, what's the words? He said, I was so geeked to finally see something close to what the stadium might look like. And that's absolutely right. Anybody that's saying that Bears fans and Chicagoans in general aren't excited about what they saw today from Kevin Warren and the mayor of Chicago and all of them, Ryan Poles and all of them. That's just hate.
Just cap.
That's just
And like I said, it's one of those people I always say, like, them Caleb fans just do too much sometimes, and they always talking about Justin fans. I'm like, both of y'all do the most. Y'all
yeah.
just do the most.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's just being contrary, really. V Dog, what up, boy? Appreciate you for rocking with us again tonight as we are catching the end of this Oklahoma City game. They are destroying the New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans had a chance to steal game one. That's really what you need to do when you're a road team in the playoffs. You got to take advantage of the opportunities you have. And them fools, they just didn't take advantage of it. So it is what it is. Thunder will be making runs for a while, no matter how they finish this season. JDH, you are absolutely right. This team is ripe for a 20-year run of consistency with all the draft picks they have, with the core that they have right now, with the coach who just won a Coach of the Year, got these guys playing really good basketball. The GM is incredible. Sam Presti is just well known, well respected. You can't say anything bad about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they haven't even reached their peak. It's crazy to see them as the number one seed in the Western Conference, where the Sacramento Kings didn't even make the playoffs, and they were the darlings last year, the young team last year that made it to the playoffs and lost in the first round to a veteran Golden State Warriors squad. But this season, you see, we're on the verge of, if Denver closes out the Lakers, if the Minnesota Timberwolves take out the Phoenix Suns, we're looking at a situation that we haven't seen since the mid 2000s, since like 2006, 2007. A second round, Steve-O, without KD, Steph Curry, or LeBron James. Like, we haven't seen LeBron James a playoff series, a playoff postseason without one of those guys making it at least to the second round in almost 20 years.
2 years, so yeah. So, like it's different, and I think that we just gotta get used to it. Like they ain't gonna be here forever. Like
Yeah, no.
they're not gonna be here forever.
That just means that we got to really pay attention to this Olympics this summer because they all gonna be on the same team this summer. So it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
fun seeing them basically do their last dance approach. It would be cool if Melo could come out of retirement and join them or something because he's the most decorated Olympian in terms of points scored and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Capone say the Bears should name the studio the Bear Den. I don't know about that. I'm still a
Yes,
Justin
that's
fan, Steve
too.
O. Yeah, the Bear the Den.
I mean, you could still be a Justin fan. It's some Justin fans that do too much, just like it's some Killer fans that do too much.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely still a Justin fan. I'm definitely eager to see, even though they decided not to pick up his fifth-year option. I'm eager to see if he gets some tick in Pittsburgh and where he lands after. Lloyd Dingle says a new Bear stadium means hella traffic. Nah, bro, they talking about creating new lanes and different exits on Lakeshore Drive and all type of stuff, bro. Like this is
And
a
I don't care.
yeah, it's gonna be traffic
We
regardless.
what I'm about to say it's gonna be traffic regardless. It's a big city. Like we're not never gonna not have a lot of traffic.
We got traffic even without the Bears being a
Right.
good team. Even without it is what it is. Chicago got traffic every day. Lloyd Dingle says Chicago can't even figure out the migrant problem. Well, it's a self-created problem, and
Yeah, but
they don't even
that's
see it as a problem.
that's a different story. Cause you
Yeah,
finna make me go off on Brandon Jacobs.
yeah, yeah. Agrees. Vidal said, I definitely agree with both legs and Stephen A. this morning. Tim Legger this morning saying that there's no denying KD's greatness, but you go on 6 years without doing anything after leaving Golden State, you deserve a lot of blame. And again, we talked about this last night. KD was a toenail away from leading the New Jersey the Brooklyn Nets to
Mhm.
the Eastern Conference Finals the year that Milwaukee won it all. And that was the year that James Harden was hurt, and Kyrie was hurt, and KD was out there doing it by himself. That was the most that he's done since he left Golden State, and he hasn't done much since. And you're right, and everybody's right. He needs to be discussed as part of the problem, as opposed to just giving him a pass for being KD. KD don't get enough blame for real, for real. Like all the
Yep.
smoke go toward LeBron,
Yep.
Steph Curry, even on his own team, Devin Booker. For some reason, KD is above the blame, and that's true. Vidal, he definitely needs to get some of the blame. Jay Grizz says I could give a damn about no traffic and or parking respectfully. Yeah, listen, man, the Bears fans have been clamoring for a new stadium since before they did the remodel of Soldier Field. It makes no sense that a team in Chicago has a stadium that doesn't have 70,000 seats in it. We need a stadium that at least has 90,000 seats so people cannot have to pay premium prices to see a team that hasn't really been performing. So it is what it is. You can still go to Kansas City Chief games, and they've won several Super Bowls now in the last few years. Listen, you can still go see games for 60, 50, $60. Ain't no $50, $60 Bears tickets, not even in the preseason.
Exactly.
I'm just saying you can't have Bears without a Bear Den. It's inhumane and uncanny. That's funny. As New Orleans looking to make the game at least respectable. It's 86 to 115 right now. The benches are in for at least for no, they're not actually. OKC still got their starters out there. I'm anticipating they're gonna take SGA out with the next made basket when they go back up 20 plus. SGA backing down, spins baseline, turns, stops, pops, falls on his ass, but makes the shot. Gets helped up by his teammates and just trots down the court. 33 points for SGA, efficient as ever. 13 of 19 from the field, just leading this team as a young man. I cannot be mad at him, bro.
Nope. And I think that's something we expecting to do. I told him like he gonna come out here as being his first time in the playoffs, and he's gonna make a statement. He's gonna try to make a statement, and he's been doing that thus far.
I'm thoroughly impressed with Chet Holmgren too, and
That's
honestly, even
another, but he's getting overshadowed by Shea. So yeah, most definitely.
here's the thing: even though Wemby's going to win the Rookie of the Year, and rightfully so, and I hope he pulls off the Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, but and rightfully so, Chet Holmgren would be the Rookie of the Year in any other season.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. He been playing like that. The defense has been there. The offense been there. So yeah, if he didn't get hurt, he definitely been rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah, it's just the reality of it. This dude is a beast, man, and I like the fact that he came off of this injury season that he had last year. It just got right into it, put on some weight in the off,
Yep.
throughout last season. Um, he's a solid player, man. People who
Yep.
hating on him are just silly. I don't think I heard anybody too much rumblings against him though.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I think you just don't hear much about him. You don't hear much of him. So that's the one thing. And people need to talk more about him. That's the thing.
Yeah, Jay Grizz. That was the knock on him, was that he was too small. But the thing is, he's your prototypical big man now who can put the ball on the floor, attack the basket. He doesn't have to bang his body against other bigs, not too tough. And he gets to play his game. Tonight he had 3 3-pointers. He had a bunch of and he moves without the ball really well, Steve. I think that's one of the
Yeah.
most unsung aspects of his game is he knows how to back cut across the middle, so on and so forth,
But
and make
you
himself
know,
big.
coming from Gonzaga, that's the one thing I love about Gonzaga players. It's almost like UConn. They know how to play the right way coming in. They know how to play within their role, regardless of their talent. So even though he was talented and he was doing what he wanted to do when it came to what he's good at, in the Gonzaga, they still had times where he had to play his role as a big man, and he still did that. That's why he
Mhm.
knows what spot where and where to get spots. That's why he know how to pick and pop, pick and roll, and that's one thing you get it from things like Jalen Suggs as well as Corey Crisper.
Yeah, true, true. V Dog says, I thought it was very interesting that Kevin Warren and Brandon Johnson, you called him Brandon Jacobs. I'm like, wasn't that the old Giants running back?
It's
Want
not
to move?
Jacobs.
No,
Oh, that was Jacobs.
they want to move it along extremely quickly because Soldier Field is a liability and hugely distressed asset. At this
Yeah, we
point, it
should have
won't be
been done it.
long. Yeah, but it's the city. Caleb has an Aaron Rodgers like release. I like that at least. I mean, can't be mad at that. Until they wrap everything up and get started, it's gonna be moving. It's not gonna be long. What is Steve O looking at? OnlyFans? He could be. Man, your
No,
business.
I'm sitting here trying to delete all these.
Pictures and videos off your phone.
No, is for some reason I was downloading like shows off of Prime, and I'm like, why would I have to download them if I'm watching it?
Only time
So
I do
like
that.
I had no space, so I was like, why I have plenty of space, and that's what the reason why.
Only time I do that is when I'm going on like a plane ride or something. Then I download TV shows so I can have something to watch.
No,
All
it's
right.
just no. The reason I did that is I don't have no storage for some reason, but that was the reason.
Yeah, it makes sense. So the next game 3 is gonna be Saturday.
Yep.
Uh at 3:30 in the afternoon. But y'all already know it's draft for the
We
NFL.
might as well
So
jump into it.
yeah, I mean that's gonna be day 3 of the draft too.
Yeah. No,
I
I'm
don't
saying we
think.
might as well jump into the recap. That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We
Yeah.
yes, we will be live tomorrow night on Chicago Bears Central. Matter of fact, let me put that link in here for you guys to hit that notification bell for that. Let me pull it up real quick. Uh,
He said, "Hey, C Dub tried to sell us on to Zach Edey at 11, buddy. Hey, bro, if you only see the conversation we had a couple hours ago, I don't know where this man just got this random boost of faith from this man, but
you know how Dub is, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all get off Dub.
he old. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, he funny. Like I don't begrudge him at least looking at Edie and saying he could be something, right? Like because he
Yeah, I ain't.
can be. He could be something. I
It'd
just
be
don't think.
hard.
Yeah, like it's just there's a link right there for the YouTube live tomorrow for Chicago Bears Central draft live draft call from the gang. Me, Hayes, C Dub, Steve O Speaks, and Bobby. Y'all know it's
And we
gonna be
have a special guest and Coach T. So make sure y'all tune in.
it's about to be litty, man. I'm anticipating, a couple thousand people to be watching at least the number one pick while we
Yeah.
do this. So it's gonna be fun to see. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun to see. And then obviously, honestly, I think people are gonna stay at least through 10.
The dime. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what we do with that.
Because that's the one pick that everybody's speculating on is
Yeah.
what the Bears are gonna do. And again, I feel like they should go defense right there. If Joe Alt is already gone, of course, if
Uh,
the good wide receivers, I don't think it's necessary to use a first round pick on a wide receiver this season at least. But it would be dope to get one of those, what I think is generational talents at defense too.
mhm.
Because if Dallas Hunter's sitting right there, I honestly don't think you pass up on him. 15 seconds to go in the game, 92 to 124. CJ McCollum looking like he got crossed over and fell on his face earlier in the game. So that's exactly what happened to him if y'all missed it.
Man, this game over.
Yeah, it's
It's
over
over.
with. 124 to 92. The Oklahoma City Thunder take care of business and go up 2-0 in the series versus New Orleans Pelicans. SGA and Chet Holmgren just taking care of business. They just went out there and did what they were supposed to do and got the W. So good for those young fellas, man, because it looked kind of sketchy in game one. Like they definitely did not put these boys away, and Oklahoma and New Orleans had a chance to win. But New Orleans just came up short, only 5 for 10 for Brandon Ingram, 18 points. Trey Murphy did not have the type of game he had the other day, only 2 for 6 from 3, 8 points for him. Valanciunas was solid, though, 19.7 boards, 18 points for Herb Jones, who had a great game the other day, too, but just 18 is not bad today either. 15 from McCollum, though. Man, you're supposed to be one of the leaders on this team. You need 20 plus points from McCollum and Brandon Ingram if they're going to win any games. And they only got 14 points off the bench for New Orleans as well. 2 points from Larry Nance, 10 from Najee Marshall, but that's probably garbage buckets, and then 2 points from Jeremiah Robinson Earl. That dude definitely sounds like he's been working on the railroad. So you had SGA with 33 points, 5 rebounds and 2 steals. I'm sorry, 5 assists and 2 steals. Lou Dort with 15 points. Jalen Williams, a 21-point strong effort from him, 10 for 17 from the field, going along with seven assists from Jalen Williams is crazy, and 5 rebounds. Chet Holmgren with a coming out party of his own, 26.7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and Josh Giddey with 13. Shea with 33, though, strong from him. They only needed 16 off the bench, 8 from Isaiah Joe, 2 from Cason Wallace, who played strong defense to end the game the other day, and 6 from Aaron Wiggins, who crossed up CJ McCollum and made that man fall flat on his face. Strong game from these guys, 60% from the field, 50% from 3. They only missed 2 free throws, and they had less than 10 turnovers, Steve-O.
Just a full-fledged, flat-out ass whooping. They just beat their ass from sundown to sun up. That's what it went. your well, simple as that. That your team and your players that you needed to step up on the New Orleans slide just didn't do it. They just didn't do it enough, and they're desperately needing Zion. We still don't know if they haven't declared or non-declared if he's going to actually have a chance to return. But they need him in every form, in every fashion. But it is what it is, and I don't know if the body language of this team just look like they're gonna just
They're gonna
say
lay
F it.
down.
Yeah, they're just
Well,
gonna say F it.
well, here's the thing, Steve-O. You know that at the very least, when they get to the Smoothie King Center on Saturday, their home crowd is gonna be lathered up. They're gonna have some beignets in their system. They're gonna have some crawfish. They're gonna be ready, baby. So Oklahoma City's going to weather the storm. We know it. But New Orleans is going to have to ride that wave of the energy of the home crowd to at least keep game 3 interesting and try to steal one to make game 4 even more interesting to try to tie it up. Because if they come out flat like they did today, it's just a wrap. It's over with.
Yeah,
There's nothing they can do.
it's
All
looking
right, so
like a wrap now.
it was only 2 games today, 3 games tomorrow. We're going to talk about those 3 games after we talk about Miami versus Boston, Steve-O. Boston
They
loses
actually got one.
Yeah, Miami went into Boston and won 111 to 101. So not only did they play great defense, holding a team like Boston to 101 points is bananas. But they also shot lights out, 23 for 43 from the free 3-point line, bro. That's
53%.
that's bananas. And they only had 12 turnovers on the road. Uh, that's big too. So yeah, you had Duncan Robinson doing his job, 2 threes made from him. Haywood Highsmith, another working on the railroad road name. My man had 9 points on 3 for 5 from three. Tyler Hero, though, and Bam Adebayo and Caleb Martin were the ones that carried this team to this win, especially Caleb Martin hitting 5 out of 6 threes. Tyler Hero was 6 out of 11. Jovic and Jaime Jaquez with three threes apiece. Like everybody was on fire. Even Bam took a three, even though he didn't make it. Everybody in the starting lineup was double digits for Miami, and you could just tell that Eric Spoelstra had them ready to go.
Yeah, that was simple as that. They shot the lights out, shooting 53% from three. Got everything they could get out of their starting lineup, and that's what you was gonna need in this win. And the key was playing defense tonight. And you had to pray that Boston is not going to shoot as well as they did. And you called it yesterday. Eventually, they're gonna have a game that they're not going to shoot well. And today was that day. You had on the other side, Porzingis was terrible. 1 from 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from three, finishing with 6 points, 8 rebounds.
Mm-mm-mm.
Drew Holiday pissing the bed with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 4 for 12, 1 for 4 from three. And then you didn't get enough from White. Derek White finished with 13, 5 for 8, a little bit more efficient than everybody else, 2 for 4 from three. But besides that, you only played 3 people off your bench, and only 2 of them gave you 12 points.
Mm-hmm. Six
So
six
you
points
just,
for Horford, 6 for Hauser, and
yeah,
shout out to Jalen Brown though. Jalen Brown tried to keep them in it. He had a few stretches where he hit 2 threes in a row. Ended up with
Big
33
Mo.
points, 8 rebounds, and then you had 28 points from Jason Tatum. Those guys are
Mhm.
gonna show up every night and well for the most part and do what they're supposed to do. But you gotta get help from your third guy, and that's Kristaps Porzingis. If Kristaps had was 4 for 9 tonight instead of 1 for 9, you're looking at a victory for Boston, a hard fought victory, but a victory nonetheless. 2 for 4 from three
I
instead of
still
0 for
think
4. Go
I
ahead.
was just about to say, I still think they starters need to shoot the ball better. You can't. There's not going to be too many games where you finish 13 for 23 and 10 for 20. You got to shoot the ball better than that.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but that's what's going to happen. And, it's been like the
Yeah,
Knicks got 2 wins and Jalen Brunson is like a collective 16 for 60
yeah,
or something like that. Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's bad. So, like, the playoffs is going to be muddy. You're going to have games where you have high volume shooting. You just got to grind it out because it's not about the stats at this point. It's about the wins. And however you get the win, niggas don't care if they missed all their shots and hit the game winning free throws. That's all that matter is the win. So, Boston's going to come out in Miami. And the good thing about Boston, about this Boston Miami series for Boston at least, unlike what's going to happen in New Orleans, is that when the game starts, whenever the next game is, the fans ain't gonna be in the stands until like midway through the first quarter, probably the start of the second quarter, because that's how it is in Miami. They show up late to games, so the energy isn't gonna be there until later in the game. They're gonna have
Halftime.
yeah, so they're going to have some type of home court advantage, but it's not going to be the same. Boston can come in and keep that crowd quiet early if they come out and hit 14-0 like they did the other day in Game 1. But I don't know, man. Eric Spoelstra is just not to be trifled with. I am sorry, Eric Spoelstra, for even assuming that a team coached by you was going to get swept.
Yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong.
All right, man. We're not gonna hold y'all tonight, man. It was only 2 games tonight. So tomorrow we got 3 games, Steve-O. Cleveland and Orlando for game 3.
Cleveland.
New York and Philly for game 3, and then Denver and LA for game 3. So you picking Cleveland for game 3. I'm gonna say Boston plays better at home. Boston plays better at home. Oh, by the way, we both called the New Orleans yesterday. We said either New Orleans is going to win a close one or Oklahoma City was going to blow them out, and that's
Mhm.
exactly what happened. And it's the same way with this Cleveland game. I feel like Orlando's going to either win a close game or they're going to get blew out by Cleveland. So
Yeah, I just don't think Orlando has enough. Period.
I think they got one win in them, but it might
I
not be
don't.
tomorrow. I'm going with
Only
Cleveland
way,
tomorrow,
only way they get a win is if Cleveland is just completely off,
which is possible. They're
which
on
is
the
possible.
road,
Yeah.
and it's a young team. They hungry. Orlando hasn't been in the playoffs in forever. They want to win. Paolo's been playing solid. We need the Wagner boys to step up.
I need him. I need Paulo to have a game. He ain't had a game yet.
Yeah, let's get a 30-plus point game at home for Paulo's first home playoff game. And then we got Philly and the Knicks. Philly has lost two heartbreakers to the Knicks. And then, of course, the referees came out with their final 2-minute report like, hey, we should have called a foul. There was no reason Tyrese Maxey got beat up like that and didn't call.
Got,
But anyway,
got
it's the
robbed.
playoffs. Yeah, I don't know if they got robbed, Joe. It's the playoffs.
No, 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 no. I ain't saying they got robbed from the game. I'm saying the way they attacked Maxie was
Oh
like a
yeah,
robbery.
he got jumped on.
Yeah.
But the reality is, Tyrese Maxey gotta protect the basketball in that situation. That's just it. They were playing a little too loose and free with the ball, and it became an issue with human error. And you know, the
And
Phillies came
box
out.
out.
Philly came out on the wrong side of it, but Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and company, they all have the right mentality at least. They feel like they should have won both games, if not one of those games, and they believe they're still going to win the series.
Yep.
And honestly, as poorly as the Knicks have been playing, I don't blame them for feeling like that. Hopefully, the time off, the day off in between games is helping them heal up a little bit. And let's see if Philly can go out there at home and win. And I'm picking Philly to win tomorrow.
Yep. I'm leaning with you. I think Philly's gonna come out. They didn't have, like you said, two heartbreaking losses that was just slipping away by the hand of their chin. And they back in Philly. They're going back to Philly tomorrow, and they that we already know how that crowd is, and that's gonna give them all the energy they need. I also feel like they might get a couple more fouls that might go their way, so they might get a little bit of the home whistle. So I'm also gonna go with Philly tomorrow.
Now, the Lakers and Denver. The Lakers have lost 10 straight games. It's well documented to the Denver Nuggets, including the playoffs. They got swept last season in the playoffs. And here we are again. They're down 0-2 back at the crypto.com arena or the Staples Center or whatever you want to call
I'm
it.
calling that shit.
And Denver is looking to put them down 3-0. I don't know, man. The Lakers have looked good in both of these games. Like it's not like Denver just
It,
killing
it
them.
it literally has to be this game.
Yeah, they got to. They
It has
cannot
to be
lose.
this game. And I'm not confident in it, but I'm gonna pick them for this game. But I'm not confident in it because it literally just has to be this game.
Man, again, I'm gonna say it again. We know that the referees is gonna be looking for any reason to blow that whistle when it comes to the Lakers. Um, I just feel like LeBron is going to be focused. Now, my biggest question, Steve-O, is can AD follow up his masterpiece of a game besides the fourth quarter the other day? Can he come out and control the pace, set the tone for the Lakers offensively, and be that main the offensive play through him offensively type of guy, or is he going to disappear? Because we've seen him
Mhm.
do it. Is it going to be good AD or bad AD? And
I don't
I'm
think
kind
he
of
gonna
scared.
go. I don't think that he gonna come into his first game back in LA in the playoffs and he gonna wet the bed. I don't think he gonna do that.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna
I
see.
hope he don't, but like I don't think he will.
Yeah, I'm picking the Lakers, but tentatively. I'm picking the Lakers, but it's really just a faith thing. Like I got
Yep,
faith that LeBron gonna figure this out. He probably watching film right now. But if they
drinking
lose,
his
man,
wine.
probably listening to some Glorilla. But it is what it is. So we're gonna hit a couple of comments before we get up out of here. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us all week, really. Lloyd Dingle said, Chet, good on him for shouting out SGA for MVP. SGA should win the MVP. I don't care what nobody's talking about.
Oh no.
And then you got Vidal saying the Pelicans are cooked. Zion don't look close to a return, in my opinion. To be honest, shout out to OKC. They're dangerous and scary to deal with. The Pelicans don't seem like they're invested in playing. They definitely didn't seem like it tonight. V-Dog also states that Pat Riley stole Jaime Jaquez during last year's draft. And honestly, the only reason Jaime Jaquez fell down in the draft is because
Was he older?
yeah, and he took a step back pretty much every season at UCLA. Like
Mhm.
it wasn't like he was being consistent. So they saw, the raw talent and took a flyer on him, and it turned out to be a good pick. I got the 76ers winning tomorrow. Joel got a couple of days rest and he's getting his conditioning back right, but it's over for LA. And then we got V-Dog finally ending up with, I have the Cavs winning a tight game tomorrow. The Magic just don't have enough.
Nope.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know how we get down, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us over here on NBA Central. Don't forget to follow the rest of the Chi-Town Sports family: Chicago Bulls Central, Blackhawks Central, Sky Central, White Sox and Cubs Central. And I'm separating the channel. I'm finally pulling them apart because the White Sox lost again today, 3-21. And Cubs fans they shouldn't have to listen to me bitching and moaning about the White Sox. They should have their own channel where they can celebrate their victories. And then of course the Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Gang and Chicago Bears Central. If you missed it, scroll up in the comments and click that link. Hit that notification bell to be reminded when we go live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the NFL Draft, with the Chicago Bears having the number 1 overall pick and the number 9 overall pick so far, because anything can happen between number 1 and number 8. But hey, it's about to be lit. Appreciate you, Jay Grizz, V-Dog, and everybody else, Jay Capone, the rest of you guys. Steve-O, you got anything?
Nope. See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.